EOM Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
Hello everyone, it's another very beautiful day to you, and thank you very much for taking time to join us on yet another package of the EOM Business Network. Oh yes, the voice of corporate Nigeria. I am Olorogo Elkanah Mawari. Today on the program, as always, our focus is a look at the Nigerian economy, as we will be interfacing with select industry operators about their businesses, the operating environment, and other related issues. And so we have Let's Talk, featuring RESIDAR Limited and Master Energy Group. On Spot On, we shall bring you a similarly young but highly experienced real estate development manager, versatile entrepreneur, project management expert, and industry captain, Ayodele Temitope Fayoshe, who is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of BLUEMOOL Limited, a fast-growing integrated housing, construction, and engineering firm in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look up to in 2024. And on the face-to-face, we shall bring you the part 4 of our conversation with a quintessential gentleman, professor of geology, certified petroleum engineer, highly acclaimed aviation services management expert, vision-driven entrepreneurial strategist, and industry captain, Chris Ondulue, who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of CLEANSERVE Integrated Energy Solutions Limited, a frontline aviation support solutions provider in Nigeria, and indeed one of the most distinguished CEOs to look up to in 2024. It's a package you must see. Sit back as we bring you the details. Francis Ifie is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of One World Unity Projects Limited, operators of Bet Baba, a fast-growing sports betting firm in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look up to in 2024.
So I think with the current economic situation in Nigeria, the barrier to entry in the sports betting business in general, it's getting a bit more difficult. It is capital intensive. You need to have the funds, and you need to be able to keep pushing out funds, funding the business for at least 2 to 3 years without expecting anything back. So I keep saying to a lot of people, I'm working here now with some investors, but I keep saying to other investors who are out there as well, if you have interest in the sports betting industry in Nigeria, do not come and think you want to just it's going to be a walk in the park. No, you need to say, okay, look, you have it at the back of your head that it might take you 3 years before you even break even and everything. The current situation of the Naira now is not helping. A lot of the funds that have to be paid are in foreign currency. For the technical partners that you have to partner with to get the right technology that you want to give to Nigerians and all of that. And when you look at that, even for some of the advert costs now, they don't even charge in Naira any longer, they're charging USD. So this is also making the marketing costs that usually maybe 5 years ago, you could actually calculate, on one hand, the hundreds of millions, but now that amount has easily quadrupled.
You define God as odd. I be you one play God as cost. Over 1.5, I be you one bet. Say both seem no go score at all. Yeah, we get better payout. No worry, we there for you. Our odd, chabura tau. In all the feeling show. Oh lo, we there for you. Oh, we there for you. You see for Bet Baba. Money, Bet Baba. Cash out today easy or Bet Baba. We get online games for you to play. Oh God, all I want. Yeah. We get better bonus. Money me no dollar. Yeah. Now Bet Baba day so. Cash out no sharp. No darling, no. Welcome to Bet Baba.
Register today. Visit betbaba.ng.
Deacon Babajide John Durojaye is the founder, group managing director, and chief executive officer of LEGRANDE Properties Development Company Limited, one of the frontline diversified real estate group of companies in Africa.
We have a payment plan that you're only going to pay 30%. Then the second one is called rent to own. And that is what many people are not keen into. Many people don't understand. And I will appreciate if you can really spread this for people to understand what government plans also for them. The era of carrying so much of money to go and buy houses is gone. Once you are an adult, you can own a house. Why are you owning a house? It's for you to also have value from what you are paying. Most of us are used to paying landlord rent. Next year, another rent. Next year, another rent. And those money will just go like that. What rent to own is giving you is that once you are paying, you are the owner of your house. So you are paying the rent for that your house. So if the house is 20 million, so you are paying that rent to be able to pay down that 20 million. And the advantage of it, which a lot of people need to key into, is that if that house value increase from 20 million to 40 million, you are still the owner of that 40 million. Many people have lived before in Palm Grove. They pay rent for 10 years and they can't pay the rent again. They have to move to Agege or move to Ota. That means they are reducing in value, they themselves. But what this one is giving you is you remain in that place in Palm Grove and you are enjoying the value as you are paying. So nothing is wasted. So what we are saying is that you will be paying also out of your salary. A portion that is meant for housing is being released every month. So once you are working, once you are collecting salary, once you have a portion for housing, that means you are a property owner. The tenant want to erase it. So that is what Alexandra Court is for. No matter how small you are paying per month.
Abdullahi Atta is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of RESIDAR Limited, a fast-growing, diversified real estate firm in Nigeria, and one of the most distinguished CEOs to look up to in 2024.
You have to buy to wait. In every location in real estate, you have to buy to wait. Like I always say, go to where the people are going, buy and wait for the people to come. You know, you don't have to, because when you buy at the development level, you don't get value. You don't get value because at that point you might get nothing more than 3 or 5% annual return. But when you go to those places like the Ekpe and Ibeju, you can be guaranteed as minimum of 30% return on investment annually, and you can even go up to 100% return on investment annually if you strategically position yourself in your investment. And like I say, like our Ekpe Palm City, it started with the price. We started with a price of 3.1 million. Now it's currently selling for 5.5 million, which is all inclusive. And this is not up to it yet. And when we started, it was all bushy. We created some roads, you know, and also some other development came into that place at that time, and we all developed that place. And you can see that place now is something else where everyone wants to invest in. So that's how it is. So we have clients in the UK, we have clients in the US, we have clients in South Africa, we have clients in diaspora who entrust their real estate investment with us, and we make sure that all the process is very seamless and transparent. They get their documentation, they get everything. In the next few years, I would say 5 years. In the next 5 years, it might not be up to 5 years, but we have a plan, we have a target, we have a blueprint that we work with. In the next 5 years, we see RESIDAR to be a driving force in the real estate industry, and we see RESIDAR to be a brand that has built so many communities, livable communities for families. And we also see RESIDAR as a brand that has helped clients to establish financial freedom through real estate investing. To support a genuine real estate company, it still boils down to integrity, the way they operate, their transparency, and their genuinity of the property, which is some of the, like the titles. And there are some brands, they don't pay attention to most of those things, and for them it's just all about generating revenue and making sales. But we are more focused on our clients, delivering to our clients. We're more focused on what value are we offering to our clients, what do they stand to get, and our brand is centered around our client. That's why one of our core values is customer centricity. And we're coupled with the fact that we're also pushing integrity into that. And those are the things you need to look out for. And I would say we don't waste time to allocate land to our clients. We always allocate. We don't have to wait for 1 year, 2 years, 3 months, 6 months to allocate our clients. You get your allocation as soon as you complete your payment. You get all your documents, you get your deed of assignment, your registered survey, your allocation letter. You also get your acknowledgement receipt, and so many other things, so many other documents. You get all that upon allocation. So those are the things you look out for landed properties. Even in building development, you also have to look out for allocation as well.
Barrister Patience Dakba is the Group Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Masters Energy Oil and Gas Limited, a frontline diversified oil and gas group of companies in Nigeria.
Masters Energy started in the year 2005, buying and selling of petroleum products, but with the aim of having the largest storage facility in the sub-Sahara, and that came to pass in 2009 when we commissioned the 156,000 metric ton of storage facility in Port Harcourt, Rumilumini, River State. So ever since, we've been doing well by the grace of God. Our vision is to be the world benchmark in the oil and gas industry. And then our mission is to provide value-enhancing services, sustainability, following global best practice, and meeting stakeholders' expectations. And then, of course, we can achieve that through integrity, ethical, customer satisfaction, and excellence. We believe all stakeholders in our business are very crucial. Aside buying and selling of the white products, we veered into manufacturing. Right now, as I speak, we are into the production of noodles, which is called Masters Noodles. And then we are also into the lubricants. We have all grades of lubricants. We have, you can see it here, we have the SAE 20W50, which is a high grade. We have the Scent 1, Masters Energy Scent 1, which is for high valued cars. We also have the Master Super Motor Oil SAE 40. These are all good grades of lubricants which can respond to changes in the temperature due to its elasticity and high relative viscosity index. So, you know, we have diesel, which is the first one, Master's first one premium diesel engine. And these are products here, you know. So we're also into PVCs, you know, we produce PVCs. We are also into plastics. We are also into carton and dry mix. You know, what we do is like a backward integration. The cartons are produced to package the lubricants, also the instant noodles. And then we're also into the melamine, which is also produced at Uturu in Abia State. We've been very encouraged with the response that we've gotten so far from Nigerians. Sometimes we are not able to meet our demands. You know, that's why we work 24 hours, you know, to ensure that all the customers are satisfied with these products. So it's been doing well. The price is very attractive. The quality is superb. So I can tell you for free that everywhere you go right now is either is Masters or no other products.
Ayodele Temitope Fayose, a quintessential gentleman, experienced real estate development manager, accomplished entrepreneurial expert and industry captain, is the founder, group managing director and chief executive officer of BLUEMOOL Limited, a renowned integrated real estate firm in Nigeria, and indeed one of the most distinguished CEOs to look up for in 2024.
BLUEMOOL as a company was founded some 6 years ago. We started as a procurement company. We were registered with some blue chip companies to do procurement for them, and then my first love is civil, so the proceeds from there then turned me back to my first love, which is construction. And I was born into real estate family through my dad, blessed memory. So that is why I said, okay, let's go back to this and add this to what we're doing. And I think it has formed one of the major aspects of what we do now, which is real estate. It's very clear. We want to be one of the household names in solving the housing deficit in the country. I think over time, from the number of years we've been in the industry, I think we'll be able to deliver most of promises. True to our words, we protect the investors' investments as well. I think so far so good. We're doing good. We're not where we wanted to be, but I think we are not doing pretty bad. We fail in some areas, though I don't see failures as if you fail in some part, doesn't make you a failure. You know, it just gives you an opportunity to do it far more better next time. And I think from some angles where we failed, we'll be able to pick one or two things from there, and that has kept us going in the industry so far. That brings me back to when I said we failed in some. The first project failed, but good enough that the project failed, because if that project didn't fail, we won't be where we are today. We're able to pick one or two lessons from there, and that has brought us to where we are now. The first project, you know, in as much as you're coming into the industry with a very plain mind and believing that you know but it's a different ball game entirely when you come into the industry. The politics in it, the environment is not that friendly. You know, a lot of players, but just for you to say you want to carve a niche for yourself is a whole lot of battles to fight. But we're faced with that politics anyways. We're able to come out of it, and we'll be getting stronger since then. We're into procurement, construction, real estate, power, and facility management. What is unique about us is we are true to our words. We don't compromise when it comes to quality delivery. I think that's the major basic selling point that we have, and making sure that we put a smile on our customer's face. That is, customer satisfaction is part of our major uniqueness. Yes, it's growing. It's growing, but the collaboration is not there. Though I'm a part of RESIDAR, but I'm not a part of the executives. I pay my dues as a company. But I think the industry is not doing as much as they need to do to protect the players of the industry. You know, like, okay, take for example what is happening now. By now, we should have been saying something about the hike in prices of the major commodity items of construction.
This is BLUEMOOL Limited. Welcome to our world. We are a world-class bespoke real estate firm positioned to deliver quality in the design, development, and management of commercial, institutional, and mixed development projects. BLUEMOOL Limited is driven by the core values of professionalism, accountability, customer satisfaction, precision, and timely delivery. BLUEMOOL. Call us now on telephone number 091-6833-6865 or visit us on www.bluemool.com. Chris Ndulue, a professor of geology, certified petroleum engineer, highly acclaimed aviation services management professional, vision-driven entrepreneurial expert, and industry captain, is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of CLEANSERVE Integrated Energy Solutions Limited, a frontline aviation support solutions provider in Nigeria, and indeed one of the most distinguished CEOs to look out for in 2024.
Well, I think the oil marketing industry is going through a different there are some changes happening right now. Over the past maybe 20 years, Nigeria has had to depend on importation of petroleum products. So that market has been structured, or has become structured around importation. So it's an import-dependent industry. And that's about to change with Dangote refinery and so many other modular refineries that have started operation. So what this means is that the structure is going to change. This may affect a lot of the middlemen who are in the business of importing this product and selling to other marketers who sell to the final consumers. So I think these are the kind of changes that are going on right now, and what people or players in the industry are doing is trying to realign themselves in such a way as to remain in business or remain relevant, even in the evolving industry, because the industry now is going to be dependent on local production of the products that we market. So that's a lot of changes. It's going to also impact on the logistics of the industry, the importation, the foreign exchange requirements, and to some extent on the pricing. So I think that it's a good change, but we have to prepare for this change and be able to adapt to the change. The aviation industry It's not an easy one because it is cost intensive, it's labor intensive. There are so many things happening there. What many people point to is the cost of aviation fuel most of the time. That is that's the major cost anyway, but it's just one of those one of the major costs. For some airlines, it might be the #1 cost. But there are so many other issues in the aviation industry that are begging for solutions. And I think that we need to consciously make efforts to give support to the airlines and make sure that they're able to operate, even in this environment that we all describe as harsh. I think that when you are in the aviation industry, especially airline operators, we have to be very specific. So many people are in the industry, but the airline operators needs a lot of support to be able to continue to operate. And everywhere in the world where you see an airline doing well, that airline must enjoy a lot of support from the government, from the citizens of that country.
We are called CLEANSERVE Integrated Energy Solutions Limited. We are a world-class energy marketing company positioned to provide all aspects of aviation fuels. CLEANSERVE leverages on technology and automation unique web of leading aviation fuel experts and strategic partners to offer the industry a comprehensive set of solutions. At CLEANSERVE, we deliver high-quality, safe, and timely aviation fuels. CLEANSERVE Integrated Energy Solutions Limited. Clean energy at its best. Special television report featuring ARKLAND Group, a frontline real estate development and management company in Nigeria. Watch out.
ARKLAND Properties is a full-service real estate organization.
These are the 3 major rating agencies.
We're trying to get to a stage.
Well, and this is where we bring down the curtains on today's package of the EOM Business Network. Thank you very much for spending your valued time with us. We hope it was worth your while. But just in case you missed out on any aspect of it, then you can come with us to any of our other social portals or feedback that you can see on the screen. Sincere gratitude to you, our sponsors, for your continued interest and support. Always remember, with you and us, we are champs. Oh yes, I remain Olorogo Elkanah Mowari. Please, let's do this again, same time, same channel next week. We'll trust you will join us.